Anyway, I'm going to be changing my setup a little bit, but first things first, take a good look at Onso. I mean, look at that. Look at those stats. He's level 46. He comes equipped with the Auric Terrace two-handed sword that, well, we kind of got earlier in the previous battles, but look at all this stuff. It's just so good. He's actually meant to be played in this battle here because, well, his attacks are Holy Elemental after all, and Garm is weak to Holy, so he's going to come really, really useful. In fact, I'm going to have him replace Ushio for the remainder, or for this part of the battle, so... Well, the change I'm going to be making to my melee fighters is this. I'm going to change their reduced magic technique to first aid because, well, Garm hits really, really hard, so the first aid might come useful because if she hits really, really hard, we can heal half the amount lost and possibly survive another turn. I'm going to keep Survival and Fist of Iron still equipped onto my melee fighters because, well, Survival will help survive Garm's onslaught of attacks, and Fist of Iron is useful for the final battle because we're not running any more Sin. So it's not going to affect our Sin rot since we're not getting any Sin. We're supposed to go all out in this final battle after all. So yeah, I'm keeping Survival and Fist of Iron on. But I'm going to be changing Reduced Magic to First Aid, so don't care about Ushio here. For Fox now, I'm keeping him on Enlightenment. Pretty much the same thing, really, so... Alright, we should be ready to go now. Let's do this, but first... don't forget to deploy Onso. Alright, we're ready now, let's go! To the final battle against Garm herself. Alright, defeat Garm. Yeah, this time around we start here instead of all the way in... instead of all the way in the back here, so... Yeah, no Pale Flames. It's just a one-on-one battle against Garm herself. So, I'm gonna keep the battle view zoomed out here since she's gigantic over here, so... Well, first things first, what I like to do is I like to just stay back here and buff up all my party members here because, well, we're not exactly ready to take on Garm herself just yet.
Might reinforce.
Here, I'll show you. Yeah, if you take one step... If you even take one step ahead, you'll get slaughtered, so you don't want to do that yet. You want to stay in the back and buff up everyone where you can, so let's just end the turn. She's just going to sit on her ass and do nothing, though, so after all, she is immobile. Now, even though I did say that she's, well, she doesn't have any menu spells, that was for the last battle. She actually can use menu spells here, so just something to keep in mind there, and she can also heal back all of her HP back too if she uses heal on herself, so just something to really, really keep in mind of. Doesn't that sound familiar? The fact that the boss heals back everything? You know what I'm talking about.
Reinforce.
Bloodbane. So, okay, so anyway, you want to make sure that you use a Nectar Potion before you head on up to fight Garm because, well, what Nectar Potions do is you use it in an area of effect and boom, for 3 rounds your characters or your party members are all immune to status elements, so yeah. And you saw in the last battle how Garm had that paralysis attack that paralyzed Wilfred. You don't want that to happen to you, so you definitely want to use a Nectar Potion to avoid the paralysis. Since we're going all out, we're gonna buff up, we're gonna move. Well, this turn we're gonna move, so activate Valley's Awakening. Yeah, believe it or not, you can use Valley's Awakening, but yeah, I'm using Valley's Awakening to attract the attention onto Wilfred here. So let's get Spell Reinforced onto Fox now here. And I'm gonna start using my Might Potions. Yeah, we still have those Might Potions. You can't buy Nectar Potions in the shop, so it really, really helps. Yeah, it really, really helps that you win them from the battles, from the previous battles, that is. So summoning human mind. Same with the might potions, you can't buy them. Okay, next turn we should be able to take her out. We should take her out, yeah. That's what I was talking about.
Come, servant of darkness, your master calls.
It's only a menu spell, how bad could it possibly be? Ow! Okay, I take back what I said. That really hurt. Okay. Kinda hard to see zoomed out, so just for a bit. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I really want to attack this turn. What I could do is I could just pass the turn, so that way we can go into Trinity Fork position and kill Garm, but still, I really want Wilford to attack with his really high stats, so that's what I'm gonna do. Step over here. Might reinforce Wilfred, and just look at this. Yeah, look at that. That is crazy. So, it's unfortunate that you can't go behind Garm here, though. So the most that you can make out of a flank is a Trinity Fork, so that's unfortunate. Well, we're gonna stand Path over here for now. Actually, if you're standing Path over there, you might as well use a spell potion on Fox now. Then I'm gonna move Wilfred over here, and then I'm gonna have... Oh crap! You know what I forgot to do? Okay, forget it. I'll explain after we do this. So I'm gonna have
Stand ready to engage.
Darius lead the charge here. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. Specifically for... Yeah, look at those buffs. Yeah, but specifically for Darius, I was supposed to equip Razor's Edge. That way our attacks get raised even more. So, well, I don't have it equipped on anyway, so we're gonna have to go all out here. Okay. Go Fox now.
This humble offering. No mercy for the damned. Thou hast no escape from the grasp of catastrophe.
Even though Garm is weak to Holy, I still figured it's better that I stick with Meteor Swarm, considering how catastrophic this battle is, if you know what I mean. So,
I fear you overstay.
Anyway, let's go with Darius next.
With what life I have.
Yeah, basically I'm trying to alternate between soul crushes like this. Start with Fox now, then go with Onso because his soul crush raises the ABG meter by a lot. So.
Time to meet your maker.
This might be enough.
Finishing strike.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen this one too.
Sonic burst.
Yeah, we're not gonna finish him off, but we're
Not quite what I have.
okay. One more attack. It's always a good idea to save up one more attack
Suffer
in
my
the case your
pain.
ABG doesn't
Finishing
here doesn't
strike.
fill up all the way. So we're not gonna kill her. We might actually. We might. Whoa! Just barely.
How does it feel?
But yeah. Oh, you were supposed to say that other quote. This is disappointing. I mean, in the first bit of the battle, Wilford didn't say
The battle
his
is won.
trademark line or his special line that was, Aleph, I will send you back into Oblivion. But here she's supposed to say, like, I'll see you in the Nether Realm or something again. I don't know. But anyway, we get 100,000 EXP points for defeating the final boss of Path A and 100 OTH. I'm pretty sure they gave that big amount of EXP as a joke because, well, we just beat the final boss. I mean, that EXP is pretty much useless now, so... This is actually one of my favorite parts in the game. If not the best scene in the game. I love this song. Oh yeah, speaking of which, why didn't the Valkyrie fight with us anyway? I mean, she just sent Ansel to help fight along with us, but why didn't she just come and fight with us? Well, I'm guessing that they were going for maybe something momentous with this here, so maybe I'm speaking a little bit too much right now. Repair the music box? How's that gonna fix everything? Sayonara! Well, that turned out really, really well. Moment of truth. He smiled! Wow. So what'd you guys think? Was that worth playing through the entire best path in the game? Going through Path A, was that worthwhile? That certainly was for me. Man. So, let's watch the credits roll once again as Path A comes to a close. This is probably one of my most anticipated LPs yet, considering how I played through the best path in the game, and usually people just like to play through the best path in the game. I mean, it's not impossible. I mean, I think I did a pretty good job. I played through the game without utilizing New Game Plus, after all. I mean, it's not impossible for you to defeat the Pale Flames without New Game Plus, or any of the other bosses, that is. So, I guess that pretty much summarizes the gist of what I have to say, but anyway. Well, maybe right now is a good time to do another review of the game, but I really don't like to repeat myself in reviews, so my review will stand as it is in Path B when I reviewed the game in the finale of Path B, so I'm going to keep it like that, but I'm going to go into a little bit more of a context on the categories of the game. Like, let's start with gameplay, for example. Well, yes, this game is an SRPG, so it's unpredictable. You never know what will happen, so sometimes it's luck-based, sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not, but still, it takes a high bit amount of strategy for these battles in the game. I enjoyed them thoroughly. Like, they introduced a new gimmick in this game, the Sin Quota value, which you have to meet in order to continue on with the game, or else it gets almost impossible to beat the battles if you don't get the Sin value, though. But still, I kind of like how they introduced that, though, into the game. Kind of gives like a new form of gameplay within the game. Like in Valkyrie Profile 1, overkill really didn't benefit you that much, so overkill here really did benefit you a lot. But for gameplay, I'll just stick with the same score as I did last time. So now for music, I really loved how they recycled a lot of the soundtracks from the original Valkyrie Profile 1 series. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, I'm a really big fan of the Valkyrie Profile series music, after all. For story, not so much. I guess it's gonna stick the same as always, since, let's put it this way, we're just recruiting people, and we're recruiting them in order to help them exact a revenge. But I kind of like the character development in this path, though. How Wilfred changes from wanting revenge to caring about life itself. That's a really good character development, though. I mean, that's one of the things that you should like about this game, so that's pretty much all I'm gonna go into detail when it comes to reviews. So anyway, let's just keep watching the credits as they roll. So rest in peace, Valmer. And there's a character that we don't see in this path, but in another one. Yeah, there are a lot of characters that we might have already seen in the Path B LP already, and have gotten to play now, but still, there are some characters that we haven't played, or actually have met before, unless we played through Path C, so we'll get to that soon enough, though, soon enough. Square Enix. Emphasis on the ribs. The ribs. Oh man. There's two characters we don't see in this path, but we do see in other paths. I probably shouldn't be spoiling these characters' appearances, considering how we might see them soon enough in the next path when I do the LP, but still. Oh, there's the man himself, Ushio. Man. Like a boss. Kinda stinks how he's the only samurai in the entire game, though, but still. It's a unique class, so there's Lise wearing stuff. She looks like a belly dancer in the credits for some reason, though, but she's a mage. I don't know, it's just kind of awkward, though. She's dressed up like a belly dancer, in my opinion, so there's Rosia. She looks pretty sad. She really does. Well, not like that really matters, but still. what else can I say about the game? Well, overall, I have to say that my favorite overall class has to be Lancer, even though we didn't actually get to play Lancer in this path, but I still enjoy Lancer because of his range. But either way, this game, really good game, if you want a bit of a challenge. But sometimes you have to be careful, because if you don't play correctly, you might end up losing. But alright, thank you for playing Ansel and Wilfred in the picture. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was meant to be, or the picture is actually more fitting after you've finished Path A, since you see those two side by side, well, brother in arms in the picture there. I don't know, it just seems more fitting than Path B compared to Path C, for example. But it's not over yet. After all of that, maybe. Aww. Well, thank you. He smiled. I think I'm making too much of a big deal of him smiling, but still, that rarely happens in the game. And then the camera just pans up, and, well, we don't know what happens after that, so the end. Now, if you want to use New Game Plus, just save your file, and then after the title screen loads, just load up your completed file, and you'll be well on your way with New Game Plus. I'm not going to use New Game Plus, as I said countless times before, so knock yourself out if you want to. I have already done a bonus episode on New Game Plus on my channel. I could probably even link in the video description, or link in the video. So, feel free to check that out if you want to see the benefits of New Game Plus. So, yeah, I guess that pretty much wraps it up. So once again, I'd like to thank you guys so much for your support in this Path A experience. I had a lot of fun doing this entire path. It was really, really fun to the end, playing through a challenge, if you know what I mean. So, hopefully in the future we're going to be able to start the next and final path of the game, and then start the bonus content. So, this is Flash number 0, flashing off. Goodbye, world! Once again, thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you in the next LP.